Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Autosoft's presentation in conjunction with Dealer Market on dealership supplies done right. We're excited to have you join us for our monthly user webinar series, Autosoft Insights. Today's webinar will showcase how consolidating vendors, automated reorders, and leveraging subscription discounts can create real operational efficiencies for your dealership. I know a lot of dealerships have multiple options for ordering supplies, and some of you may use just a single vendor, others multiple vendors or local supply stores, online marketplaces, or even just ordering overseas. But each of those options carries different challenges and limitations, and even if it's just for the most heavily consumed items. So Nathan, I wanted to ask, tell us a little bit about Dealer Market and then some of the most common supplies the dealerships order.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. I just want to jump right in with, Dealer Market is a one-stop shop really for, all the dealership supplies across sales, service, parts, and even advertising. And, we offer over 13,000 SKUs and dealerships a really wide selection of products used every day. And we work alongside Autosoft DMS to support the day-to-day operations and specializing in customized department supplies and branded promotional products. And getting into like the common supplies that dealerships orders, forms such as buyers orders, parts and invoices, service repair orders, and checks are just a few of the ones that they'll order. Office supplies, including printer toner and full custom envelopes. This is one of the things that we just started offering recently, which is full color envelopes. Previously, we only had 1 and 2 color, and this was something that our dealerships were asking for. So we've just launched this. Very excited about it, and already started printing this for many dealerships recently, and they look fantastic. Service department supplies like custom floor mats. Is a very popular item that we do. We do full customization and even have templates for customers to choose from. And the great thing about this is if you might not be a designer, you might not know what to do or really how to bring this to life. You just send us that logo, and our team is going to work with you to really create something that you can be proud of and use in the dealership. And these are just a few of the most common items that dealerships order from us today.
Well, that's fantastic. What departments at a dealership typically benefit the most from using Dealer Market?
Sales teams with things like deal jackets, key tags, license plate frames, service departments with service labels, inspection forms, service reminder stickers for like oil change labels, accounting with checks, accounting forms, and custom envelopes. And we really support every department. I mean, think of us like an Office Max for car dealerships.
that makes sense, and that's a good analogy. I know each department had consumables that they use, and some of those departments will even use more than other ones. Service will use floor mats and seat covers, oil change labels, stickers, while the back office will use like more stationary products like forms, envelopes, checks. Sales, they may need a lot of signage for the lot or one of those giant bows or deal jackets. And no matter where you are or what dealership you're in, you'll go through a lot of supplies every month. But how does Dealer Market help these dealers keep their costs down?
We provide everyday low pricing and a price match guarantee. So if there's anything that you're getting from another vendor currently, call us up, let us see what we can do to match those prices. We would love to be your provider so that you can get everything in one place and really cut down on using multiple vendors and save money, whether it helps save money in shipping and just like on my screen here today, we provide, if you can order in advance and say, what do I need over 3 months, 6 months, a year, you can order in advance and get much bigger discount rates if that's an important factor for you. We also have the subscribe and save option, which gives 5% back on any kind of subscription order, not just the first one, but in reoccurring orders. So we ship every month, every 3 months, and 6 months. And the great thing about this is you'll get a reminder in the email that's going to let you know that, hey, this is coming up in a couple weeks. Do you still need it? If you don't do anything, we'll just go ahead and ship it. But if you need to skip this month, or hey, you realize you're running low a little faster than normal because sales have been really good, you can get it shipped that day, and we'll go ahead and produce that material that you need and get that out the door. So the subscription model is a really big piece that teams use, and I think that's a way to keep costs down, especially because you get that 5% back on every order going up. So it keeps important forms always in hand at your dealership, and it's just easy to manage through that subscription account dashboard. Vendor consolidation, I already mentioned, is going to keep costs down. And then the custom design work that we do. Anytime you send us your logo, once we have your logo on file and we build that, you won't have to send it to us anymore. We can apply that logo across hundreds of different products that we have.
Now, I know that those who use Dealermarket, they already are enjoying, some of the benefits that you've already asked and answered. But what about from other supply vendors? How is it different from Autosoft users using a different supplier? So tell me about some of the benefits that an Autosoft user could have by using Dealermarket. How would it benefit me?
I think this is the biggest opportunity is with our Autosoft customers. You can get pay on account with terms, and so no credit card required. We'll still accept credit cards. If you want to place an order today, you can go onto our site and you can register and you can place an order. But if you want to order today and you want to, use your terms, and if you've never ordered from us before, you just call our customer service. We'll apply the terms immediately to your account. It's already approved. You're already an Autosoft customer, so no forms to fill out, nothing. It's very, very quick and easy, and we can immediately place an order for you today with a terms account. I think that's one of the biggest benefits to an Autosoft customer. The other thing is just our speed, our ability to get customized things like soft copies, service invoice, hard copies, all these different forms, checks, envelopes out the door within just a few days. So we make everything right in our own print shop. You're not waiting for a vendor outside the US to do your printing. It's printed, packed, and shipped really fast. So that's another benefit. And then the simplified reordering. Your past orders are saved with us. We can see those accounts on file, and we can get a reorder. You can go online and do that yourself. You can see your previous orders and just reorder, and I'll add all those items to cart. One of the nice things is, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but whether you want to work with us online and do everything like after hours, you're like, hey, I don't want to deal with customer service. I just want to do all this myself online. You can do it. You can do everything online. But if you want to work, you're busy, you just want to pick up the phone and call our customer service or chat with us online, we can place the order that way. And you never have to touch the website. So we work with customers in both ways, and I think that's a really big service that we offer.
That's great.
Yeah, one more thing is the multiple accounts. I don't think everybody realizes, maybe larger dealerships or even smaller ones where you have one or two people that you want to be able to place orders from us. Just with their email, they can log in and multiple people can sign in and place orders, maybe one person from each department, and each of them can have those terms accounts applied.
And that's a huge benefit, the terms, I think. So I appreciate you bringing that up. I know dealerships, they all have a unique brand. They have their, and they like to see that brand throughout their store. And some of the showrooms, they may have a big logo on everything you see, and license plate frames that are logoed, and all the employees are wearing the apparel of the store. And other dealers may only have like custom branded paper and checks and things. What custom does Dealermarket offer?
We do custom logos on virtually any product we carry. I'm featuring the oil change label here, is one of the ones that we can fully customize for you. We can add your logo to it, or cool design. We have an in-house graphic design team that handles this work at no extra charge. So all you have to do is get us your logo in any format, and you can see an example here where all the different formats it will take. You can upload it on your own and place this order, and we'll handle it on the back end and send you a proof to approve. You will always get a chance to approve it before we put those to print. And then again, our team's going to work with you on that at no extra charge. So simple upload and proofing process, and just branding across every customer touch point.
That's great. Well, what are some of the most popular items that people customize on their orders?
I think some of the most popular ones are like the custom logo decals, and here's a couple examples here on this screen of some of the really popular ones, like die cut decals, custom car emblems, license plate frames, key tags, custom floor mats is a big one, and deal jackets, oil change labels, really hundreds of different products to choose from.
Wow. And I know DealerMarket is powered by Autosoft, and on top of all of the branding and customization you can do, how else does that relationship between Autosoft and DealerMarket, how does that help dealers specifically?
I think we're the official supplier of forms and checks. I've got some examples here on the screen. Yeah, and our products are designed specifically to for the Autosoft workflow. Our forms print directly from the DMS. There's no reformatting or guesswork. We have like the checks here is incredible value that are going to print right out of the DMS. It's going to be customized with your logo. The oil change labels. So all those things are, work hand in hand with the Autosoft DMS. Just to mention the checks, and not everyone's, if you're not aware that we do that, they're fully customizable with your logo. You can do all this online again, or our team can help you with that. And this is a really incredible deal with, you can get 500 checks for, right at $100. And if you buy in bulk, you're going to save a lot. So if you buy more, you're going to get that under $100 per pack of 500. And we're offering a special offer today. Your first order of checks will get a free custom envelopes with your logo if you order from us today. So that's one of the offers that we're going to do. And then also with oil change labels, I talked about those oil change labels earlier. They will print directly out of the DMS also, and with the detail reminders of mileage and stuff. And those are going to be, that special offer today is going to be your first 3,000 oil change labels. We are going to give you a free oil change label printer. So great wow. Deal. And to be able to print that mileage and stuff right there. And again, the design of those look awesome. They're full color and really an awesome deal for everybody. And again, don't forget that payment on account with terms. So Autosoft customers don't need a credit card to get started.
Wow, those are big benefits, and that's great that we're offering that type of a discount today. People may not know where DealerMarket is, or even where Autosoft is. Autosoft's in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Now, is DealerMarket in the same building or in a different location? Kind of go over that.
Yeah, great question. Our customer success team, our print team, and our design team, all there together, are all in the same facility as Autosoft, right there in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Our customer service team is located there, and they're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Here's a picture of our team currently working there with Dan and Kristen. So if you've ever called in, this is probably who you're talking to. And not only are they answering the phone and handling like customer success and customer questions, but they're also, professional graphic designers and helping you get your designs. So not only are they taking care of your order, but they're also making sure you get the best look on anything that you do order. And also in our facility is, we have a print shop, a print press, and we have our own dedicated facility. These experienced pressmen have decades of experience, doing offset printing, and these guys are on site, ready to get these custom orders out the door. And this is one of the reasons why we can ship so quickly. It's because we have a dedicated team. We're not calling out another service and waiting another day or two for someone else to do that for us. We're doing it. Our speed to be able to, a good example is just a few weeks ago, someone called, and I can't remember if it was checks or envelopes, but they were completely out out, or only had a few left. And we were able, they got that order in that morning. We were able to print and get that order out the door later that day. So you just can't get that done anywhere else.
No, and that's a huge benefit. And going back to your team, I've talked with Kristen and Dan before. They are the nicest people to work with. And not only that, but they are talented. I mean, their graphic design skills are top notch. And so any dealer that needs something customized or built for them, they're your people right there. So that's great. It could be difficult for a dealership to manage inventory from multiple vendors. We talked a little about that earlier, and just track their inventory overall, or just to keep costs down while trying to not over purchase so they just can get that bulk pricing. From your experience, what are some of the common mistakes that dealers make when managing their supplies?
I think running out of forms or service orders, oil change labels, or checks is a big issue. I would say is a common mistake. And I think the subscription model that we have set up is like a really great way to make sure that doesn't happen, because it's going to be automatic. And you'll a lot of times our customers will be like, I got that email and I had totally forgotten that I needed to reorder, and I was so glad that it reminded me that it was already happening. And so it's just things like that is a big help. Not standardizing supplies across departments creates chaos and inconsistent branding sometimes. So we're able to having one place that's making sure your branding looks correct across every touch point with the customer, I think is so critical. Overpaying, when you're buying from multiple vendors, keeping shipping costs down, but just a few other things.
Okay, and from a branding perspective, that's near and dear to my heart. So if dealers are focused on that, I can see how Dealer Market would be a great resource to be able to help manage that. Now, what are some simple steps that a dealership can take even today just to streamline that supply chain process?
So you can create an account at dealermarket.com today, and review your supply lists by department. See where there's opportunities to cut and save. See if there's something, check the prices. Even if you see a price that we publish online, we would be glad to negotiate those prices if you're getting it better somewhere else. But we don't always show our lowest price online, so sometimes you need to just call and work that out. We'll guarantee to match whatever you're getting online. And you can set that up, again, easy to set up. You can set it up yourself and create an account, and immediately start ordering via credit card. But again, if you just call us call us at our 1-800 number, or chat with us online, or send us an email, any one of those will get right to one of our customer success people, and they'll immediately attach terms to your account, so that when you order or while you're ordering over the phone, we can make sure those terms apply. Set up subscriptions on your highest usage items and lock in that 5% savings, so that you never run out, I think is a big one. And then just consolidating vendors, like I spoke about. Let us be your one-stop shop for everything across your dealership, from banner flags out front to car emblems to oil change labels, all those things in between. Like I said before, we're like an Office Max for a car dealership. We really have everything. Over 13,000 SKUs. I think you'd be amazed at like anything you need. And just take advantage of that free custom design for any branded customized product. We're going to be, that turnaround is very, very quick. And it won't, you're going to get something that you're happy with.
That's fantastic. I'm going to share my screen real quick just so we can show the webinar discount code. You've mentioned this before with a free label printer, an oil change label printer, as well as the checks, and then getting the envelopes, complimentary when you order that. There's been some questions that have come in, and I wanted to just address those real quick. You went over this just a minute ago, but maybe dive into more detail. If a dealer has never logged in online to order, how do they get that set up? How do they associate their dealership to that account?
So the best thing to make sure, especially for Autosoft customers, is to call or chat with us. Again, you're going to talk with the same person here if you chat with us online right here. These are the same people, Kristen and Dan, that you're going to talk to over the phone. And if you need to transition to a phone call, you can do that too, whatever you're comfortable with. But that's going to be the fastest way to get your account online attached to a terms account. So is talking with the customer and make sure everything's set up correctly. But it really just takes them minutes to do it. So it's a very quick acquisition if they've never ordered from us before. That's the best way.
Perfect. And on the screen right now too is the phone number for Dealer Market as well as the email address. You can contact them either way. When you call though, you're going to get Kristen or Dan. And so, you'll get that great hands-on experience with them and they can get you started. The webinar discount code, webinar30, make sure you enter that in when you're checking out and you'll be able to save that 30% off that first order there. Also on your screen is a QR code. If you scan that with your phone, it will take you to a survey letting us know how you enjoyed this webinar or other suggestions you have for future webinars that we do with Autosoft Insights. So please utilize that and give us feedback so we can better serve you in the future. There are some other things I wanted to, Nathan, since we still have a few minutes. There's certain products that dealerships should always keep in stock. Can you go over some of those basic items just so it's all minds?
Yeah, I think the important ones are like the floor mats, checks. Definitely don't ever want to run out of checks, or oil change labels, just to name a few. I think those are some of the critical ones.
Okay. And realize that they can get from you at Dealer Market.
I think two of the biggest ones I think are the envelopes. That's a big opportunity that they sometimes don't realize that we do. Again, one color, two color, or full color envelopes, and we have all the popular different sizes that they need, and then also whether they need security, windowed, non-windowed. We have each different variation of that. The other one would be night drop key envelopes. Is sometimes something they don't realize that they can get from us, and we fully customize those also. So those are just a few of the small ones that I think they don't always realize that we do.
And I would encourage people, I did this myself, go out to Dealer Market and just browse the site. There are things that you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could get that from Dealer Market. When you go out and look what you can get from you guys, there's a lot. How many SKUs do you have now at Dealer Market?
Yeah, 13,000.
That's incredible.
We're adding new items every day. Just this week, every single week we add new products to the site, whether it's new colors or completely new products that we haven't offered before. And if there's something that we don't, you can't currently find, or you're finding somewhere else, let us know what those items are, and I'm sure we can get those too.
Okay. Now, before we wrap up, would you go over the webinar deals that we have? For those on the call, what are those again?
Yeah, so first one was the oil change. If you've never ordered the oil change labels from us before and you want to place your first order today, again, we are offering an oil change label printer on your first order. So again, get with our customer service team and they'll help you get that set up and placed right now. If you've never ordered checks from us, your first order of checks, we're going to give you free envelopes customized with your logo with that first order. And then the deal that we're doing right now for this webinar specifically is webinar 30. This deal will last at least through the end of this month. So make sure you get an order placed, in the next couple weeks. But that's going to be 30% off your next order. And if you're listening and you're like, well, I have placed orders with us before, can I still use that code? Absolutely. It will be a one-time use code, but if you came and you watched this webinar, we'll absolutely, you can use that today to place your order online if you've already placed orders with us before.
That's fantastic. And we've gone over so much about dealermarket.com. Hopefully those who are on the call and those who will watch this later on have learned something and will take that away and use that in the future, right? Next time they need to place any type of consumable order that they use for their dealership. So I appreciate having you on today, Nathan, and talking about all the features, the benefits, and the functionality of the website from dealermarket.com.